Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor and I'm a computer science grad student in the US, and I started off this YouTube channel to document my PhD journeys and then also give tips to folks that are trying to get admission into universities in the US for their grad school program. And in this video, I'll be giving you three main tips to help you stand out as a grad school applicant in 2024 and 2025. The first thing you want to pay attention to is doing proper research and aligning your interest. And this is particularly for folks that are trying to get funding with part of the admission process, especially for like PhD students and people that want to do like a research master's. You want to do proper research into the program, and then even more than the program, into the department, and even more than the department, into the particular professor that you're thinking of working with. Because one of the most important things in your application materials is the context of fit. You want to have a good fit with the professor you're working with, and the professor also wants to have a good fit with the students they are taking in. So you want to stalk them in plain terms. You want to stalk the professor, look at the works that they've published recently, look at the works that their students have published recently. You want to look at the places where they've gotten funding. It might be on the website. So these are the things you won't find on the departmental website, but you want to look deeper into that professor and the kind of things they're interested in, because these are the things that would determine if they would see you as a good fit for their program. And also on your end, these are things that determine if they would be a good fit to advise you on your grad school journey. And it's also very important when you're thinking of funding cases, because if the professor does not have funds to take you in, even though there might be a good fit, it might not work out. So you want to do your research, reach out to the professor, if possible, reach out to the students that they are currently advising to get a sense of how the lab culture is and what is going on, because these are the information and these are the details that you're going to incorporate into your application materials. And that leads us to the second point that you want to pay attention to. You want to tell a compelling story. And in your story, the things that make your statement of purpose compelling is the research you've done in the initial stage. You want to be able to highlight all of your passions, all of your goals, demonstrating how much you've gone through. I was chatting with a friend the other day who is also trying to apply to grad school for this season, and she was talking how most of the statement of purpose she had read, the first paragraph is usually trauma dumping, and this is because people are trying to tell a compelling and a resilient story. And it might be cliche in some sense, but you want to also show that you've gone through a process to get to where you are today, and you want to tie all of that story together to make sense of the research that the professor is currently doing. One thing you also want to highlight in your story is leadership and initiative qualities. You want to be proud of the things you've done, the places where you volunteered, the places where you took initiative, the non-profit you are leading, for instance, or the places where you volunteered and you took like the front stage, even if you took the backstage. You want to highlight all of these different strengths, because these are the things that goes into the application process. The third thing you want to pay attention to is making sure you have strong recommenders. This is very, 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 very important. I was talking to one of the professors I currently work with, and was telling me about the process of the application vetting process, and now you see some people's recommendation letters, and now professors or people that they've worked with would write in the recommendation letters that they are not sure if this person is ready for grad school. So one thing you want to be very sure of is that you are asking the right people to write your recommendation letters. You don't want to have people that are going to stab you in the back in some sense, write your recommendation letters for you. You want to be as explicit as possible to the people writing that, oh, can you write a good letter of recommendation for me? Not just can you write a letter of recommendation for me. You want to make sure that they are writing what would get you in the right place. One of the things that I think made my own application process very seamless and made my application materials competitive, I feel like it's my letters of recommendation writers. They had very good things to say about me. So you want to make sure you have strong relationship with the folks that are recommending you for this process. So the first thing is research and make sure that your interests are aligned properly to fit the lab or the professor you want to work with. The second thing is you want to make sure that you are telling a compelling and a resilient story. You want to make sure that once the people looking at your application materials read through your statement of purpose, read through your personal statement, read through your research statement, it is something that is memorable for them and not just one other research statement that they read. And the final thing is you want to be sure of the people that are writing your recommendation letters for you. You want to have strong relationship with the folks writing your recommendation letters for you. So those are three major tips that I feel like can help you stand out as a grad school applicant in 2024 and 2025. You can put in the comment below if you have any questions for me, if you have any particular things you want me to touch on. I can imagine that folks want me to talk about my statement of purpose that got me into multiple Ivy League institutions, or any other thing you want me to talk about in a future video that can help you in your process. Maybe you want me to talk about the visa process, the F1 visa process for international students. Just put it in the comments below, and I'll try to touch on it in future videos. Again, if this is your first time coming to this YouTube channel, like it, subscribe, share with your friends, and if you are a returning subscriber, I'm glad to have you back. Thank you for joining me on this video. See you in the next video. Have we started?
It's already recording. I don't know. Will you be able to cut it?
Yeah, I should cut it.